have this one hand, and it smells really good. I have a... Wait, this hand smells really good too.
My name is Annie, I like to make vlogs, I like to show my face and dance like a chicken. I like to climb things and dance in my snuggie. I also like to jump off the things for you. Annie Vlogs.
I don't know if I've ever told you, but I take this film class every Saturday in San Francisco, and I do it with my friend Victoria. Well, the one time we went, my dad drove us, but this time we were like, let's be independent. So we took the train to San Francisco, and it was totally fine. We woke up early, went on the train, got there. We got there early. We went on the bus, got to our class. It went perfect. And then the class ended, and we were like, okay, come on, let's go. Because the class ends at 3:50, and like the train was leaving at like 4:15, and we were like, we gotta get out of here. So myself being stupid, we waited at the wrong bus stop for like 10 minutes, and it was like in this alley, and there was like freaking hobos everywhere, and there was like people smoking stuff. And keep in mind, the Chinese New Year parade in San Francisco was going on, so there was traffic freaking everywhere. It was freaking crowded. So then, eventually, like we were like, okay, this bus is like not coming. So we went inside of our school and we were like, okay, when's the next bus coming? And the guy like waited for 5 minutes and he was like, oh, in 2 minutes. We look outside, the bus went by. And it was going, apparently we were waiting at the wrong bus stop. We had to wait like a block down. So then we're like, I feel like freaking SpongeBob at this point. Like the buses are just going and we keep missing them. And by this point, it was like we missed the 4:15 train. So we were like, okay, it's like 4:20. We missed it. So we're like, okay, let's go on the 5:15 train. So then we eventually get to the right bus stop, or we think it's the right bus stop. And this bus comes, and we're like, okay, this is the bus. Like I thought it wasn't. My friend was like, Emily, no. This is the bus. Come on, let's go. And I was like, okay, whatever. She knows what she's doing. She goes to San Francisco a lot. I'm like, she knows what she's doing. So we went on the bus. And this bus driver was crazy. He was like fucking swearing all the time and yelling at people. And he was talking to himself like, it was so scary. And there were freaking hobos on the bus. And we were like, oh my god, get the fuck out of here. So eventually, we think we're going the right way. I'm like, it's like we're at the point where like the bus should turn right to get to the bus station, to get to the train station. But no, he turned left. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? And then for a second we're like, maybe he's just going around the circle or something. We don't know what's going on. So we sit on the bus for like a half hour because we're stupid as shit. By the time it's like freaking 4:50 and the train leaves at 5:15, and we look at our map and we are freaking far away from where we want to go. So like when he stops the bus, we get the frick out of there. And we're like, holy shit, what do we do? We're like, we can't miss this, cause, I gotta be home. I got stuff to do. And then she's like, okay, I know where we are. We gotta go straight, and then we just gotta go straight forever. And then we'll get there. And we're like, okay. And it was by this time, it was like 5 o'clock. We have 15 minutes to get to the train station. So we just sprint. And I'm a fat girl, and my friend is skinny and fast, and she loves to run, and she loves to exercise. So, I was like breathing like a whale. We were running down San Francisco during the Chinese New Year parade, and it was crazy. People were staring at us, and I was carrying a purse, and it looked like I just robbed somebody. People were just staring at me, like, so we were like suspicious. We were like running down the street holding purses, and by the time we get to the station, it's 5:20. We missed the train by 5 minutes, and the next train is until 6:15. By this point, we're a little pissed at each other. We don't really talk to each other. We sit in silence for about 10 minutes until this crazy hobo, sits next to me, stares at me, gets out his booze, and starts drinking. That's when I've hit the bottom. We are like in this freaking scary ass train station with hobos drinking booze next to me. We just start laughing hysterically because we don't even know what went wrong. One moment it was 4 o'clock, the next moment it was 6 o'clock. How does it take 2 hours to get to the train station. The funny thing is, from our school, the train station was a block away. A block away. A block freaking away. We didn't even realize that. We could have walked from our school to the train station. But instead, we ran from like the pier to like the train station, and we were running for like half hour. I don't even know, but I got my exercise in for the day, and I'm exhausted. And by that time, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get some Diet Coke and some Cheetos. And I got some Diet Coke and some Cheetos. It was like one of the worst, best experiences I've ever had in my life. Well, I hope you have a great Saturday, and when you go to San Francisco, bring a bike, because the buses suck. Trust me. Okay, bye.